Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well. Happy Halloween to all of you who celebrate it. And in today's video, yep, you read the title right, your boy hit veteran once again in the Go Battle League. So this is the same team I used in my previous video, and again, this isn't my team or anything. This is a team that was featured by a fellow content creator, PokeGrind, who featured the battles of another trainer. So if you guys wanted to give PokeGrind's channel a subscribe and like, please feel free to do that. It will really help his channel. And this is the same team that I used that was featured in my last video, so I'm not going to go ahead and bore you with that content again, but I'm just going to go straight into the battles here, straight into the heart of the set that took me to the veteran rank. So there are also a couple of matchups here, like this Palossand lead, which I haven't faced before. So Palossand is a very tricky Pokemon for this team to deal with. It's a core breaker because it does well against the Nidoqueen and the Dragalge. So definitely not a fun Pokemon to face if you were to use this team. And they do go for the Scorching Sands. I'm not gonna bait, and I'm just gonna go ahead and fire off the Outrage here as the Dragalge. This will grab a shield from the Alolan that swapped in, but that's okay. That's fine. The Dragalge has done its job, baited out whatever was a counter, but in this case, the Alolan isn't really a counter to a Dragon type. So that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and tank this move. It comes pretty close to KOing here, and I'm able to get off one final Aqua Tail before I go down. This will do some nice chip damage here to the Muck. Not enough to KO, but it will put it into the red. So that's fine. After I wait on my timer here, I am going to come in with the Nidoqueen once again and commit to the Poison Jab farm down here against the Alolan Muck. So I'm going to do just that. And the Muck does reach a move. This is going to be the Dark Pulse, and it is going to do a pretty sizable amount of damage here to the Nidoqueen. And that's fine. And the Palossand is going to more than likely come back in here. So I'm again not going to bait. As soon as it comes in, I'm going to commit to throwing the Earth Power here. So that's fine if they decide to shield, and hopefully Zweilous can do well against whatever they have in the back. So I do come in with the Zweilous, although the Palossand is going to go ahead and fire off a Scorching Sands. In hindsight, maybe I could have shielded this move, looking back at the gameplay here, but that's okay. Unfortunately, though, I do get a debuff, which is not what you want to see. Now I am going to throw off a Body Slam here against the Greninja. Unfortunately, it doesn't KO. So they are at their move right now. And again, I'm going to let this go. But I quickly realized that I didn't have enough health as the Nidoqueen here to take care of both the Palossand and the Greninja. So as you can see, I was energy dry after throwing the Earth Power, which I should have realized right away. But that's okay. You learn from your mistakes and then just deal with it. So definitely a game I could have won if I played this a little bit differently. But that's fine. I have no more health basically, and that's going to be a game well played. So 0-1 to start. How do you like that? Hopping into the next battle, we have Nidoqueen up against a Swalot. So again, another very tricky team mon for this whole team to deal with. Swalot does very well against both all three of my Pokemon actually because of the Ice Beam coverage. So if you see an Ice type, it's pretty much game over for this team as well. So I also realized that if you do have a Ice type like a Frostas up against this whole team, it will have a very hard time. So nonetheless, going to get back into the battle here. I do bait with a Poison Fang, but that's fine. They do shield, which is great. So I am going to go ahead and go down 2 shields here and see what my opponent wants to do. And again, I'm going to go for another bait. Actually, this time I do end up going for the Earth Power. Probably could have baited again, but that's okay. After I throw the Earth Power, what I'm going to do is pivot into Dragalge here and see what my opponent wants to do. I do get the defense drop, which is great. Now the Swalot is going to fire off an Ice Beam here up against the Dragalge. It will put it into the yellow, so that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and tank this move, and they do come in with their own Dragalge. unfortunately, I am not going to be able to reach the outrage, so I do have to settle for the Aqua Tail here. Not going to do a lot of damage, so that's fine. So I decided to come back in with the Nidoqueen here, and then let the opponent throw a Aqua Tail to take me out. So that's fine. The Aqua Tail is going to take this Nidoqueen out. Now I'm going to come in with Wireless, and hopefully I'm going to be able to Dragon Breath down, but not before they reach another Aqua Tail. So that's fine. I can tank this pretty easily, no problem. And then the opponent still has two Pokemon in the back. So now they have a very healthy Greninja. So this unfortunately is going to be a good game because my Wireless is too low and I have no shield. So at this point, basically the game is over. The Hydro Cannon will take out my Wireless. So unfortunate there. Good game, well played. Hopping into battle number 3, we have Nidoqueen up against a Dragalge. So this is actually a pretty tricky lead for my whole team to deal with. But what I am going to try to do here is I am going to try to catch an Aqua Tail on my own Dragalge, and luckily I am able to do that successfully. So that's great. So the Dragalge does fire off the Aqua Tail here, and now I'm going to start farming, and they do come in with a Palossand. So again, this is another very tricky Pokemon for my whole team to deal with. So as you can see, two very tricky Pokemon. How do you work around this? I'm going to go ahead and fire off Aqua Tail. Does some very nice chip damage here to the Palossand. So I am going to decide to commit a shield here to the Palossand, and they're going to fire off the Scorching Sands move here. Unfortunately, they do get the debuff, but that's okay. I'm still able to farm down the Palossand before they're able to reach another Scorching Sands. So that's good. They are going to come back in with their Dragalge, and I'm going to go for a bait because they know that I'm at the Outrage energy right now. So that's fine. I do go for the baits, and I do get a shield, which is nice. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wait out the timer and see what my... and I do come up with this Wireless here, and then I'm going to throw after they throw two charge moves, and throw two Dragon Tails, excuse me, and then catch the Aqua Tail back onto my Nidoqueen. And I'm going to fire off a Poison Fang, but they do catch the Poison Fang on Greninja, which is actually good for me. I needed to chip whatever came in so that my Wireless can have a good time against whatever Pokemon came in. So in this case, it's the Greninja. So this is perfect. Again, there's no reason for me to shield the moves here from the Greninja, although I will shield the next one. This first move is the Night Slash. Again, no reason for me to shield here. The second move I actually don't shield because I know I can tank this move as well. It's just another Night Slash. So luckily I'm able to Dragon Breath down the Dragalge before they Dragon Tail me down. So good game, well played. Hopping into the fourth battle here, I need 2 more wins. We have Nidoqueen up against a Skeledirge. So this is a very tricky lead as well. I also know that they're going to reach their Shadow Ball after 4 Incinerates. So maybe what I should have done here is I should have thrown a move after 4 Incinerates, because they had also know that this is only a Poison thing. So this is their 4th Incinerate. If this is a Shadow Ball, so be it, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave it to one of the dragons here to clean up here, but they go for a Disarming Voice, which is fine. Going to go ahead and now shield this next move, because I do want to save the Nidoqueen here for potentially whatever they have in the back. Now I'm going to go ahead and pivot into Dragalge and try to Dragon Tail down, but unfortunately they do swap into the Drapion here. And that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and go for an Aqua Tail, baiting the Outrage. And this is not going to... this is going to get a shield, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and tank this move, just a Crunch. And that is going to be doing some very nice damage here against the Dragalge. Thankfully, no defense drop. I could have thrown in better timing there. But that's okay. Just going to go ahead and throw this Aqua Tail. This is going to chip the Drapion a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and let them take me out here with another crunch, just as I reached my Aqua Tail. So perfect timing from my opponent. I'm going to go ahead and let this move go, just a crunch. And now I'm going to go ahead and come in with the Nidoqueen. I do know that they are at another move, so I'm going to go ahead and again let this move go, and then trust that Zweilous will be able to sweep the end game here. So I am going to go ahead and bring my Zweilous, and they do pivot into a Greninja. So this is good. I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Body Slam here right away, just before they reach their move. So this is fine. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Body Slam. And the Greninja is going to be throwing a couple more Water Shurikens here, and now they're going to throw a move. Again, I can tank any one move here from the Greninja. Hydro Cannon does do quite a bit though, even though it's resisted. So they are at another move, and this move I will decide to shield. And hopefully I'm able to Dragon Breath down the Greninja before they reach another move. So unfortunately I am not. If this is the Hydro Cannon, I lose the game. But fortunately for me, it's just going to be the Night Slash. So luckily the Zweilous is still going to be alive here. And then all I need to do is just Dragon Breath down the remainder of their 2 Pokemon here. The Skeledirge does not have a move, so I'm just going to go ahead and fire off the Dark Pulse here as soon as I get it. In hindsight, that was a waste of energy, but that's okay. The Drapion has no health, so I'm able to Dragon Breath that down as well. Good game. Well played to my opponent. Hopping into the last battle here, we have Nidoqueen into Azumarill. This is where we want to see it on this team. So this is great. They're going to go ahead and pivot into Dragalge of their own. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror with my own Dragalge here. And then I will commit a shield here because I do want to potentially flip switch. But I realize at this point that this is more than likely going to be a simultaneous KO because we are firing off our Dragon Tails at the same rate. So we both go down, simultaneous KO, and I'm going to go ahead and wait out timer here and see what my opponent wants to bring in. So they are going to bring back in their Azumarill, and I do come back in with my Nidoqueen, which is good. The alignment is in my favor, so that is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Poison Thing right here, and then my opponent is going to no-shield their Azumarill, so that's fine. And I will commit a shield here to respect the potential Ice Beam. So they do throw their move, and unfortunately it is a play rough, so that's okay. So now they are going to swap into a Charge-a-Bug, so this is good. My Nidoqueen can handle both of their back 2 Mons here, so that's nice. Now I do need to bring in my Zweilous though, because I do need to sack it. So I am able to catch the move here onto my Zweilous. My Zweilous basically has no play against these back 2 Mons. So I'm just going to go ahead and use Zweilous as a meat shield at this point. The Charge-a-Bug is able to reach another move here just before I reach my Body Slam, and this will take out, and the X-Scissor that's coming from the Charge-a-Bug will be taking out the Zweilous. So pretty straightforward here. All I need to do is farm down this Charge-a-Bug. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Poison Thing, and I know that the Azumarill did just throw a Play Rough, so they are pretty much energy dry at this point. They are at 1 bubble right now. They need 5 to get to an Ice Beam, and then 6 to get to a Play Rough here. So luckily I am able to farm down here just before the Azumarill reaches their move and take the win. So this is the 3rd win of the set, as you can tell, and as I said before, it's very sweaty. I thought I lost that last game there. But there we go. I'm finally able to advance to the veteran rank, and this is the 2nd time I've been able to do that ever here in my Go Battle League career. So once again, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you for continuing to support the channel. It really means a lot. So if you guys want to continue to see great content here from yours truly, please feel free to give this video a like and subscribe. And also be sure to hit that notification bell so you will stay up to date with whatever video I put up next. So with that being said, thank you guys so much once again for watching and for all of your support, and I hope to see you all in the next one.